Hi everyone, welcome to our training for Thursday. I'm Ollie from Farley Performance Training. So today we're just going to run through a bit of a change up. Going to include a little bit more some dynamic movement patterns into the session. Of course, we're going to be running through our normal warm-up routine. And we're also going to include a little bit of more some hip openers. People have been asking about wanting some help there, asking a bit of help around how to compress better with their bottom turns. Put up a little video on my YouTube channel about that just the other day, just giving some easy tips there, but I'm going to run through some more of those things today for you as well, that include into that video. And of course this video will be up on YouTube later on tonight or tomorrow morning. Sweet, so first of all let's just get into our warm-up routine. So jogging on the spot. Hope you guys have had a good day. Got some good news about the surfing. Woo! Finally get back out again. So hopefully we get some more swells coming. Let's do our jog forward and backwards. Just to get our heart going, the blood moving around the body. Remember to breathe. Cool, and we're just going to go to a star jumps for 10. 8, 9, 10. Nice. So, going into the ground, mat, to our greatest stretch, the yoga sequence. So, legs drawn back, it's a stretch here from a hip flexor, hands are planted inside, drop my elbow, try to get in the side of my foot here, and it's a rotation around, hand goes on the outside of my foot, pull the back for a hamstring stretch, foot slides back towards my thumbs, rising, okay, keep your torso strong, upright, legs strong, 90 degrees for both legs, stand back up. Switching, stretch that leg back, hands planted inside of a foot, drop that elbow in, rotation, hand goes on the outside of my foot, it's a hamstring stretch, foot slides back towards my thumbs, rise and rotate. Just coming back again to start, run through this twice. Foot stretches back, hands planted, go on the inside of the foot here, try and drop that down as much as I can. Rotation, hand on the outside of the foot, hamstring stretch, hold that back, up, rotate. Remember, keep your feet flat on the ground as well, knees in line here, dropping your hip down, rotation, and on the outside of the foot, hamstring stretch, slides back to the thumbs, rising, keep that stable, keep that control, round, again. Oh, let's move this forward. It's going to go into our walking knee tucks now. So, find a space, drag your knee up towards our chest, up into our tiptoes, calf raise, out to a lunge, drop your body straight down. Keep this knee at 90 degrees, keep your back leg at 90 degrees, torso upright. And repeat going forward, bring it up high, calf raise, out, dropping straight down, turn around, head back. Knee tuck, calf raise, down, repeat coming through, out, oh, straight down, and we'll just go there and back, down, keep yourself stable with these positions, feet flat, get your knees on your toes, try to collapse it inward, Torso strong as well. Think of pushing rib cage towards your belly button. Down. And last one. Up. Cool. Okay, let's start with doing a squat walk, heading forward and backwards. So, try and keep your feet parallel, facing your head, knees out towards my little toes, torso upright, and I'll walk this forward. Okay, keep your body strong as possible, then backwards. Try not to let your hips spill. Forward again, keep your feet straight ahead, knees straight ahead as well. Oh, if you find that hard, could be because of a bit of ankle, lacking some mobility there. So we will go through a lot of that stuff today. Next one is our lateral shuffle. So wider squat starts, down, the leg goes out straight. I load this leg up first, that foot's facing forward, it's in line with this foot as well, torso upright. Okay, transferring weight across, slide that foot in, again out, load, transfer weight, back in, going back, out, transfer. Try not to let that knee collapse in, it's got to be strong. Okay, and repeat there and back. Good ankle mobility, hip mobility, abductors, of course, good for looking after your knees, especially the MCL area, previously exposed to being injured in surfing, especially with dropping the knee down. So I like to try and keep this as strong as possible. The more it's dropped in, the greater the weight that can distribute out here, the likelihood of that can rupture. Same thing with your ankles. That's why I like things strong. What happens to weak things? They break. Going to do some funny bunnies or hip openers. So, hands are planted in front of you like so. Outside and inside. So do this 6 times. Outside, try and emphasize that movement as much as you can. Inside, outside, inside. Obviously you have a bit more room, you can probably go a bit further. Just go there and back. Oh, alrighty. So we're going to go into the ground. We do our bear crawls, going forward. Going to all fours like so, legs shoulder width apart. Okay, small movement patterns. Keep the core controlled. This movement pattern is not a race. Keep your bum down as well. Keep it flat with your back, ideally. Think of tucking your tailbone under you. Backwards, same movement patterns. These are small movements. I'm going to go forward again. Keep your head strong as well. Backwards. Remember, try and get both opposite sides happening at the same time. Oh. So, we're going to Spider-Man crawl now. Let's get this out of the way. Spider-Man crawl. Now, a few people don't really enjoy this one too much. Okay, let's set ourselves in push-up position first of all. One arm stretches a little bit further forward. Opposite knee comes up towards the other elbow. Slide that back foot back so we get to a real low plank-like position. And we're going to keep this hand planted, this foot planted, but extend my other opposite two forward. Keep low and backwards. Okay, again forward, backwards, and one more. Backwards, and then I'm going to switch. Back into the push-up position. Other arm now, going forward, knee, what's the other elbow, knee stay foot, stretching forward and back. Again, keep it low, forward, back, forward, and back. Nice. If you have a bit more room, obviously you could walk that one out for a little bit further. Next one is our inchworm or our walkout. So, core heavy, shoulder stability heavy one. Okay, pivoting with my hips, hands going down, and I'm going to walk this out as far as I can comfortably. Okay, take your tailbone under, walk your feet up, tiptoes, slight bend in your knees, up, as high as you can, in stretch, and repeating back. Breathing, back from my hips, forward, get as low as you can. Toe up, do the movement through your hips. You can also hamstring stretch there as well. And again, breaking, walking it out. Test yourself to see how far you can go without losing your spine. Toe up. Your core in, take your tailbone, look after that lumbar spine, and out again. Stretch, toe up, cool. And we're just going to do one more. Just going to do a sideways bear crawl now. So, back into that bear crawl position. Okay, leg shoulder width apart. Remember, opposite movements, opposite sides. Left hand comes in, so my right hand comes in, left leg goes out. Okay, opposite, left hand goes out, right leg comes in together. Okay, and it's a movement across and going back. Repeating. Again, sort of race, nice, controlled, stable movements. Keep that back flat as well. Legs at 90 degrees at the back. Oh. Alrighty. Should be warm now. Door. Okay. Alrighty. So we're just going to work a little bit with some ankle stability today. Some people have been asking around this type of stuff, so I thought, hey, why don't we just put this stuff out there for you guys to help you out. If you've had old injuries in the ankles and they haven't been managed properly or done a rehab, chances are they're still going to be quite rigid with the movement pattern. When we talk about the rigidity, the movement pattern is obviously the plantar flexion and dorsiflexion in your ankle. Okay, if this is lacking and really rigid, then the hips are going to compensate for that movement pattern. If they're compensating for the ankle, chances are the torso is going to compensate as well. Okay, so a lot of things with the happening in your body have all stemmed from your humble ankle. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to a little hip opener on the ground. Mat. Okay, so really nice easy stuff here. Great for the hips. Okay, knee can be on the ground here. Alright, this leg at 90 degrees. And from here, I want to think of driving this hip towards my little toe on the outside, okay? And then from what I'm doing, back foot is back as well. Here it's flat, sorry. And I'm going to try and sink that down, okay? And as I do this, breathing and then breathing out. And I'm going to hold it. Just try and think of slowly dropping that knee, sorry, your hip towards the outside of your little toe. Keeping your foot planted and flat as well. This leg should ideally be about 90 degrees still. Should be getting a bit of a hip flexor stretch here, or maybe quad. Okay. From here, I keep the leg in the same place. Okay, keep that foot flat, and I'm going to create a lateral movement now. Let's ease into that, and then I can come back to start, and then I can lean further forward on this. Try and get lower, push my body forwards now. Right, easing out and switching legs. Okay. Basically, with this movement pattern, mobility, you're creating movement patterns around the joint that's stable. Okay, I'm trying to keep my knee at 90 degrees, my foot flat as well. So with this movement here, all stuck in the same position, then I can create other movement patterns around it. Pretty easy. You can come up with your own. Back foot back. Nice little easy little light stretch there. Sinking my hips forward now towards my little toe. Ease into that. And be breathing. Keeping that foot flat as well. And now I'm going to come out laterally. Keep that leg same place. Should be getting a bit of a lat stretch going on there. Coming back to the start, and now going forwards on it. Come and creep a little bit further forward now, and then stretch further. Oh, easing out of that. Alrighty. Real simple one to do. And those kind of stretches you can hold for 30 seconds or a minute. Key for these is to be a little warm first and then ease into the stretch. And obviously breathing as well. So slowing the breathing down, full lung capacity, slowly breathing out and then easing into the stretch movement pattern. Okay, knee to wall. So a knee to wall is what we do for working on that ankle flexion, plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. So you come to a wall, so find a bit of space, or find a wall, sorry. And what we're going to do here is have your foot flat on the ground. Hands can be in front of you, and we want to drive our knee to the wall. Okay, so the knee's in line with our toes, and my heel is flat. Okay, if that's easy, I can slowly slide back further and then drive my knee forward. Oh, I haven't gone too far. And then I want to hold it. Okay? Drive my knee forward. This leg is helping at the back here. And that's a nice little stretch into your Achilles. Okay? Hold that. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hold it there, because then we can stretch it back. Okay, and then we can go forward again. Okay, this is a movement pattern that you can do in your own time to help sort of gain a bit of that flexion, mobility back into the ankle if it's stiff. Okay, I'm just going to switch sides. You guys can see that alright. And again, I'm going to place it, put my knee forward, over my toes, heel was flat. Should have a nice sort of stretch going on there. Keep holding. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep holding. I'm just going to stretch that back now. Other way. 3, 2, 1. So, yeah, easy one to do. Hope you guys can see that in the corner. Some side on. That's just trying to get that full range happening here. Okay. Otherwise, you can do it. You can put your foot onto something as well. It's an early one to try and get the mobility back into your ankle. Often requires a bit of manual manipulation as well, especially if the tendons or muscular junctions there are already tight. You've got to literally free them up and then apply these stretches into it. But eventually it will help. The ankle stuff does take a while though to free up. So if you've got tight ankles, you might want to have this in your daily routine. Another easy one for ankle stability, plus a bit of leg stability, knee stability. It's what we call like a 6-point around the world. That's what I call it. So, you're going to be standing on one leg, and you're going to think of driving that foot flat. Remember those 4 points that I talk about? Your heel, ball of your foot, big toe and little toe. Drive that all down, okay? Think of this knee going slightly towards your little toe, and then I want you to stretch far forward as you can with your big toe and the opposite leg. Remember, keep this stable, and back. Then we're going to go out 45 and back. Okay, got to try and keep our torso upright as well. To the side, back 45. Don't have enough room. Back 45. To start. Backwards. Back to start. And around, curtsy. Stretch as far as you can, keep your legs stable. Okay, switching sides. Right. Keep that leg planted, keep the foot hard on the ground. Switching out, back to the start. 45, back to the start. Laterally, back. 45. Backwards and around 45, back to start. It's going to run through this again. Drive that foot down, keep it flat, pushing forward as far as we can, stretch that out, test yourself here, try and keep yourself as stable as possible. Out 45, laterally, back 45, backwards, and one around. Back to start. Okay. Forwards as far as I can, comfortably. 45. Laterally. Back 45. Backwards, keep those feet planted, so their foot planted on the ground. Curtsy right around, control yourself. Back in. Nice. So, easy one needs to help with ankle stability, knee stability. We can incorporate a little bit of weight with that one as well. So think of holding that and then doing those movement patterns, or holding one leg and doing those as well. Really good one to help work on the stability there for your ankles if you've got issues going on there. Now, this is a good one to do. So I should have said earlier, need some books or something. And if you've got something nearby, ideally 2 objects that are about the same height. Okay. So what we do is we stand on them. Okay. But as you stand on them, I've got to set them up as the right distance apart, because I want to have my heel just on one of them and start with my little toe on the other one. So when I do this movement pattern, if we've got dodgy ankles or flatter feet, okay, the foot can't collapse onto the ground to help us stabilize. So because we've got nothing in between here, it naturally forces the arch of your ankle to strengthen. Okay? So if you found something by now and do this, or if you do it later on, if you can get something now, try it. This is a goodie to do. So on those books, stabilize yourself. Okay? You'll notice that the ankle really works quite hard with this type of work. In between two objects, doesn't have to be two books, just something that's a similar height that just elevates you off the ground to help you stabilize. Okay? And again, with stuff like this, holding onto an object, moving that to the side, disrupting sensors to throw you off to try and balance more. Okay? Finger again pushing those feet, the foot into the ground, stabilize as much as possible. We can do singular movement patterns as well. And switching sides. Set yourself up. Okay. Should this be the ball? Should be just the heel on, and then just sort of the start of the ball of your big toe, and obviously your little toe should be on the other side as well. And raising and stabilize. Oh. So yeah, if you've got dodgy feet, some old ankle problems, this is one of my go-tos to help people who've got that going on. It's just a good little stability exercise to incorporate as well if you're looking for something like this. Or you can do sort of a single leg squat movement pattern. And move my arms around, throw a bit of proprioceptional stuff going. Easy. Move them away. And my last one for my little ankle series is throwing a ball to a partner or against the wall, again on one leg. This type of stuff. So if you have a ball, sorry I should have told you guys to maybe have something, but you can do this later on. If you have ball in the foot and throw it against the wall, okay, and you can change it around of how you're going to catch it lower. Ideally, this type of work's really good with partners. So you've got to throw it to your partner, you've got to try and throw them off balance, but they've got to try and obviously stabilize themselves the whole time. Other work you can do is, like on one foot, you close your eyes, throw the ball, and you can open them. Okay, that's a lot of proprioceptional type of work going on there. But again, a really good skill one to do. And obviously changing up left and right hand sides. Catch it as well. So ankle work, that's a little series to go through. Those definitely some of my go-tos to help a lot of surfers who've got those issues going on. And a lot of like football players as well with old ankles, high ankle sprains. Yeah, so let's get into some real work now. First of all, going to go into what we call like a nose diver push-up. Think of it like a duck dive in surfing. It sort of combines a downward dog movement pattern. So we're going to the ground. Go into push-up position. Okay. And ideally what I want to do here is we're going to go from a high position, like so, like a pike, and I want to sink down with the nose and through, and I'm going to repeat that going back. Okay, so I have a bend in my knees, hey, slight bend in my elbows, pike position, and I want to sink down as low as I can, drive up, and repeat it, and reverse. I'm going to do 6 of these, so count that as 1, 2, 3. If you find these hard, maybe do a couple, and then have a rest, and then try it again. Ideally, rather than going onto your knees, because it won't really work. Hold. There's one more. Yeah. Nice. It's a harder one for you. Going to go into jumping lunge now. Now, if anyone's got any problems with their knees, probably not an ideal one to do. So your alternative would simply just be going to a lunge position, try and go down comfortably and push up, and then you've got to stabilize yourself. Okay, and then you're going to go down and you try and push up fast and then stabilize yourself. The others, who are obviously a bit more confident here, we're going to do like a semi-plyometric movement pattern. So obviously power, it's a lunge pattern. We're going to jump, switch sides, and then we've got to stabilize yourself. Okay, we can't jump again until we've stabilized ourselves. So if we set ourselves up into a good lunge position, torso strong, 90 degrees here, 90 degrees on my back. I can use my arms to help generate the jump pattern. Jump, stick, hold yourself. Once you're stable, then you can go again. Switch sides, stabilize. Okay, go again, stabilize. Up, stabilize. I'm going to do these 6, 4, 5, 6. Oh, really important one there to stabilize in the position. Obviously, greater muscular strength is required to stabilize the joints. That's why we incorporate a lot of strength training before we do plyometrics and power work, because of the sheer nature of the landings into the joints. Plus, the strength helps us stabilize as well. Now, if you've got a couch nearby or a chair or some of a stool here, we're going to go into a pike position and into a plank. Okay, so it's a bit of a combo of things. It's a real taxing core exercise here and taxing for your shoulders. So, show you how we set this up. You put your feet up like so. Okay, go into your toes. Going to go into a pike position. Okay, and then I'm going to walk that out and then hold that position. And then what I can do now is semi-press. You can move side, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we can come walk that back to the start. Okay, hard one to do. We're just going to do 6 of these. Okay, so go into the position, go into the toes. Okay, go into a pike position like so, and I'm going to walk it out. Okay, keep your arms strong, hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can stay. You can do sideways movement, and then downward with your like a semi push-up. Keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. Feel that little burn, abs coming on hard. Walking back to the start, breather, and back out again. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the start. I know this is pretty hard to do. See me, keep holding. Come out again. Hold that plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the start. 3, 4. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the start. Oh, let's do one more. Back out. Holding. Keep the tailbone tucked under. 2, 1. Done. It's a hard one. a goodie though. Got to really make sure that you have that tailbone sort of tucked under you. Draw that belly button in as well. It's really going to help a lot with those stabilization muscles, deeper, transverse abdominals, down underneath your rectus abdominals, the ones on top. They're the ones that help a lot with back stability. Okay. So, have a breather. I'm going to go for a drink. Okay. And we're going to go and do that series one more time. See a comment come through that is evil. Yep, it is evil. That's why I'm going to do a couple of those because of the sheer nature of it. But you can modify that for doing stuff specifically for your shoulders as well. So if you're off like a couch or like a little stool like that, you can do movement patterns to try and think of protraction and retraction. So in your shoulder blades here, setting it, that's a good one to sort of work out where your shoulders are. Working a bit of strength and stability there. Remember in surfing, because a lot of paddling, we use a lot of your traps and a lot of your rhomboids. Not much goes on down the bottom here, okay? And because of that, the nature is that our arms will naturally come forward, internal rotation. Okay, that's why it's important that we have a lot of stability and the mobility there, otherwise we end up like gorilla men, and that's a problem because that leads to rotator cuff issues, and obviously if you've got a rotator cuff issue, that's going to be pretty hard when you're paddling and also trying to pop up because that's going to be painful. Cool. So, going to go back into to the floor again. Just going to do those nose dives of press-ups, jumping lunges, and we do those pikes again, and then we just do a couple of mobility ones at the end. So, push up on. Okay. So, to set yourself up for this one, think of like going into a push-up position, and then just raising my bum up, like so, and then I'm just going to try and dive forward with it, okay? Knees are still bent, diving forward, full extension, okay? Keep my body off the ground, and then reverse that one out. Okay, so the 6. So, here we go. Moving in, and coming back. And again, breathing in, and out, back, again, out, 3, 4, 5, and last one, and back, 6, cool, have a breather, okay, going to jumping lunges. So remember, stabilize yourself maximally when we jump and land before we go again. So set myself down. Okay, here's my position. Hold it. Foot driving to the ground, 90 degrees here, and we're jumping high. Stick. And again. So that's 1. Stabilize. It's 2. 3. 4. Stabilize. 5. 6. Oh. Really important that you get that stability before moving on to the next part of power. We like the execution to be 100% effort, but with good quality, and that's why we have longer rest periods as well in between plyometric and power work because of that nature. It's getting a bit dark in here. There we go. Alrighty, so back to our pike peaks, planks. I'll make it a little bit easier. So I was a bit harsh that first one. We'll just go for a 5-second count the first one and back in. So here we go. Feet up, anti-tiptoes, come up into that peak, then walking out, strong, keep your spine strong, tailbone tucked under, holding, 4, 3, 2, 1, walk it back, have that movement of your hips, you come up to the top end, breathe, back out, keep those arms strong, keep yourself stable, holding, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back in, nice, back out, strong movement patterns, holding, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back, it's just 2 more, basically it's just 10 seconds, maybe a little bit longer, walk out part, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back, okay, breather, last one, out, holding, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done, nice work, if you're still with me there at the end doing those, it's one of those things with training, with every extra rep, extra couple of seconds, obviously over time, it adds up. If you're a competitive athlete or something like that, it's an investment in the long term. So for every 5 minutes you spend in each week over your position, over a month, it's an extra 20 minutes that you've done, so on and so forth. Okay, it's just those little extra gains that you obviously get out of it by putting in that little extra effort. Alrighty, getting a little bit philosophical in the coaching. How are we going for time? 1:45. Alrighty, so we'll just do more just some mobility stuff again now, because I know some people have really been asking a lot about that stuff. And this is just an easy one, just for cooling down as well. So I want you guys just to basically sit cross-legged. And I think we're just going to do some basic sort of box breathing. So breathe through your nose, super important because we want to fill up as much as we can in the lungs. The more we do breathing through our lungs, stimulates your lungs more greater oxygen consumption. Okay, rather than mouth breathing. Mouth breathing is only shallow, it's only going to go into your stomach, you're not stimulating your nervous system properly. And what we're trying to do here is calm it down. So the nervous system is obviously quite cranking along because of the stuff we've been doing. And now we're going to slow things down. So holding, 1, 2, and then out, 1, 2, and again. Holding, 1, 2, and then out, 1, 2. Just going to do this 2 more times. Cool. Okay. First thing we're going to do is I can bring one foot behind me like so. That's a hip one. This is a bit more of a hip flexor one, this one actually. So one leg's behind me. If you can, I try and go into my ankle. If you can't, maybe just put your foot out to the side. From here, I'm going to go and push myself up and drive my hip forward. Okay, so I'm here, I'm going to come up, drive, back down. Okay, just going to run through this 6 times. Up, drive, down. Up, drive, down. If you don't have to do it with your hand, if you want to, you can do a full body push and back. A little more advanced, that one. One more. Cool. Sides. Here. And up, drive. You might not feel it, I don't know. Depends on how tight you are in your hips or hip flexors. We're just going to the stretch soon after this one though. I'll show you. Driving. One more. Whoosh. Back. Oh. So, complementary stretch of that one. Rear elevated leg on a couch or stool or whatever. Okay. So, and then slowly easing down to that. And then you can go from forward. And as I lean back, that's going to open up a huge stretch with my quad, and as I drive my hips forward more, I can get more of a stretch coming from my hip flexor as well, particularly if you're tight in there. Remember, keep your hips level. Okay, if they're tilting, you're going to kind of not really do it right. Okay, so front foot planted on the ground, get this leg straight, and then from here, lean back and then just drive it and hold it. Okay, just keep holding. Try and relax this muscle. Try and think of breathing into this area as well. It will slowly start to ease off, and as it starts to ease off, well, you can just sort of lean back a little bit more or drive your hips a little bit more forward. Okay? If you do a lot of driving, you might find that plays up using the accelerator all the time. So it's really, these little combo here is a really good one to try and sort that out. So, foot is planted, keep strong here, and coming back in. You might find one side still a bit harder than the other as well. Remember, keep that leg strong. Good stretch for the quads there. Drive those hips kind of forward as well. And going to ease out of it now. Alright. Well, I've still got this in place. We can go into our easy little glute and hip one. So, placing one foot on like so, okay, and then try to ease your body down. These moving patterns you want to have from your hip, so pivoting forward and over, trying to go from your back down. It's being the purpose. We're trying to create a hip hinge movement pattern. Okay, it's super important that that's working, because if that's not working, then we're doing a lot of compensations through our back, and that's why our backs get a bit stiff and sore. So, pivot with your hips, think of pushing your bum back and easing your body over. Okay, you should start getting a real good sort of groin stretch going on there. Might find your hips as well, so leaning forward, holding. Remember what we talked about, our breathing. Control and breathe into where your muscle group is, where you're finding it tight. And then slowly moving to the, maybe towards your knee now. And coming back now towards our foot. And slowly come back to start and easing out. And then changing legs. Up. And like so. Ease onto it. Okay. And remember, pivoting with the hips. Over. Ease into it. Remember your controlled slow breathing. And up towards my knee. And back to the start and down towards your toe, or your feet rather. Back to the start and easing out of that. So while we're here, last one we can do. It's just a nice one for our back and shoulders. I can elevate them like so, and I can just sink down through here and sort of just have that as a hang, really. Remember your slow breathing. And then just hold it. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and easy out of that. Nice. And our last one, as I know, everyone loves our 1990 ones, especially Ben Kenning's. It's one of his favourites. Had them in each time. So, leg at 90 degrees, foot facing forward. This leg should be about 90 degrees. It's in the joint here. Okay, hands can be planted behind me. Heels on the ground, rotation around. Okay, remember our torso follows this as well. Round, try and keep our feet flat. Find that easy, rotate around with it. And we just do 6 of these. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nice. Hope you guys enjoyed that session.